Live. That's right. I'm alive, bitches. I'm alive. Holy shit! I took a nap since I came home early today, and I've been napping ever since I just woke up. Holy shit! I was sleepy. All right, so here we are, another elite, dangerous daily. That's right. What are we doing? Well, I was bringing this flea carrier home. Ah, shit, what did I do that for? And I just realized I didn't need to do that. I had other flea carriers in the damn system, so let's cancel that. I'm hauling. That's what I'm doing. I'm hauling. This week, we have big news. Big mother news. Yes. Yes, we do. If you look on the leaders board for Grom Power Play, you will see that yours truly, of course, is number one. I'm always number one. It's just it's like rain. You understand? It rains. I'm number one. Okay, so Commander Master's Dragster is number one. That is I. But lo and behold, looking down the list, I see Commander Joe Dirt. That's our little buddy, Joe. Joey's there. But wait, it doesn't end there. There's more. There's another surprise. Commander Jeezy. That is correct. Commander Jeezy. Yes, sir, Bob. This week it's been pretty good. I took the boys out and we mined, and I said, get as much as you can, and they did. They did very good, and they ended up on the leaders board. That's good job, guys. You know, doing this stuff is not doesn't hurt you. Actually, it makes you better. And getting a leadership board, that's 100 million they just made for nothing. They didn't do anything. Of course, I made more. You know, I'm Dragster, but you know, that's a different story for another time. So that's what it is. That's what it is. So today we are colonizing, and I had somebody just gave us before I got home, I saw there was a message in chat about, hey, you guys are great. Thank you for, XYZ. I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, we got some compliments on our podcast about colonization. Why should you colonize in 2026? Why the hell not? It's good gameplay. Actually, it makes me feel better. And, get stuff done. You're building systems. You're building civilizations. It's a macro build. It's not gonna be a micro. You're not gonna do No Man's Sky stuff, or even Starfield stuff. This is like macro. You're building a massive system, and the system itself has to work financially, right? So far, I really enjoy colonization. That's why I do it. Even though I promote, and I know you're out there listening, I had a fight with a troll. I promote pay to skip. Yes, I do promote pay to skip. And this option is probably for new players. Pay to skip is definitely for new players. Not for me, not for seasoned players. Not for people who've been doing it for a while. Not for people who's maybe in a squadron. They already got 4 or 5 people, right? They got 30 people, and people in squadron help out. Or you got some really hardcore colonizationists like Phaser Roddock, and in one afternoon he does 200,000 freaking moving 200,000 pieces. So actually, when I say pay to skip, this is actually for new players, because new players will go into a game kamikaze style. They're not going to go into a game saying, "Hey, let's be gentle and careful about what we do. Hey, I want to colonize. I think I want to choose the Dodec to build." You know that's the case. You know you're gonna watch them try to build a Dodec by themselves. And that was the whole point behind my push for pay to skip. It's not pay to play. It's not pay to win. There is no pay to win or pay to play in this. There is pay to play, but there's no pay to win in this game. Okay? I'm not going to be better than you because I built a Dodec. Okay? I'm just not. If they had a special module that I had to pay for and I put on my ship and I can kick your ass with it, yeah, that's pay to play. That's pay to win. Okay? But that's not happening. So, pay to skip is the nuclear option. That one player, he's like, oh shit, I'm building a Dodec. I still got 90,000 constructions to do. And I got 3 days left. So he says, okay, well, wait, I can pay to skip. And the construction be done. What happens if the guy gets snagged on his construction? Mr. GZ07. What happens if the guy loses all that construction? What do you think happens? He gets disappointed, does a little rant, and what's the word I'm looking for? Starts with a Q. That's right, he quits. And that's what's going to happen. You got to make the game playable on like a easy button kind of style for brand new players coming in. Elite Dangerous can be brutal to new player. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be brutal. And then once you face like shit like engineering, holy crap, engineering, Oh my god. I have to do engineering now. Oh no. How do I do that? 5 hours trying to get Marco Quinn. Then he says, what's the magic word? Quit. Okay, so there are things in Elite that are just brutal. And if not done right, if no one tells you or no one shows you, you're going to get discouraged and you're going to quit. Let's do that. Let's do that together. Quit. Yes, the leaders board looks fantastic, man. Look at that leaders board. Not even me. Dragster winning #1 spot. It's like rain, It's like, fuck. It's raining today. Oh, well. Dragster being #1. Oh, well. But you guys, seeing you and Joey on the leaders board, that's kick-ass, man. That makes me really, really happy. Attention all passengers. I have a nemesis, Simple Guy. He's my nemesis. I have to go after the guy. So as long as Simple Guy's around, I'm gonna always be #1. It's just a fact. I just want Simple Guy to admit he's running bots. Just admit it, Simple Guy. You're running bots. I know it. I know you're running bots. You're getting too many points too fast, and it's localized only in a time period, in a day or two. Okay? Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, the leaders will look really good. And what you guys got from that was you got a lot of care packages, which has a lot of materials, right? You got all your modules open, so now you can craft any ship you want with any of those specialized power play modules, right? So these things are important. I cannot tell you how important they are. And it's for me, talking about, and now I'm going to be doing some videos on power play, on gameplay, how to beat Elite Dangerous in 2026, 2027. Okay? The thing is, there's ways to play right now which makes things a lot easier. And what you guys did with power play is that way. If you focus on early on, day one, you focus on a few things. Okay? Like, for instance, for money gain, there's no other better way to scan life, right? You're on the surface scanning for flora. There's no better way to gain money. Really, there is no other way than that. So you're gonna do that, but you need things in game. You like materials for engineering and all that. So what do you do with that? You have to do power play from day one. You have to do power play from first day you start this game. That's you say, oh, no you don't. No you don't, you old fuck. You're wrong. Think about what I just said. You have to do power play from the first day you start. You can get some cash for doing power play. That's the first thing. You can get some money. You're going to get a lot of bonuses. For instance, if you do Grom, specifically you do Grom, you're going to double the amount of bounties you're going to get. Okay? What does that mean? I'm learning to fly, I'm doing bounty hunting, and now I'm going to get like double the bounties. Right? I'm going to get double the bounties. Okay? I got 4 billion on this character from bounties and from bounties and from the power play. 4 billion. 4 billion in 1 week. 4 billion in 1 week. Okay, so that's close to a fleet carrier. So I do stuff certain way to generate a certain reaction or action, right? So that's what I want to teach. I'm gonna do some videos. That's what I want to teach, because there's some certain things that you can do to make things easier for you in gameplay, right? You gotta get the modules that are available. Prismatic Shield, the Imperial Hammer, pacifiers. These are things that you can put on a ship, and when you're going bounty hunting, you will completely and utterly devastate the other side. Now, Sean, one of our guys, is doing shot cannons galore, and it seems like the shot cannons are freaking awesome, right? So all these things you need to unlock with what? Materials. With materials. Where do you get those materials? Well, let's go farming. No. I hate farming. I really hate farming. Now, if they so happen to change some gameplay, like for instance, I can pick up the pieces that fall off brain trees, I might like farming. Seriously. And it's just there's really coding wise, that's probably the easiest solution for gameplay, and it'll create gameplay instantaneously, right? So, for instance, you go farming, right? You're going to use your SRV to pick up pieces off the ground or whatever. You might even jump your SRV in a tree to try to get the pieces off the tree. Okay? It all goes in the same place. It doesn't stay on the SRV. It actually goes into your inventory. That's right. Your inventory has some kind of magical device that can store millions and millions of pieces of whatever it is. Okay, so it goes directly into inventory. So eliminate the SRV and just click the piece. It goes directly in your inventory. Now, why is that important? Well, Joey went out the other day. Yeah, the guy who's on the leaders board, and he did that. He says, "Man, wouldn't it be great?" This is what he said. "Wouldn't it be great if you can just pick these things off the ground?" And I said, "Damn, that would be great." I left a suggestion online. I got to keep on poking at it. But it's probably the easiest solution to create gameplay right now. And it would make gathering materials actually fun. It would be fun. You know, the brain tree stuff, the crystalline structure stuff. You shoot it, falls down, and then you pick it up like normal people. You don't get in your SRV to cargo scoop it, for God's sakes. Who came up with that anyway? Amazing gameplay. So that's the situation. Okay, I'm moving this the fleet carrier to Dragster's Forge so I can do the escape pod method. Load up the fleet carrier. And because I already have 2 fleet carriers full. Ogreby says, yeah, their load of stuff is just a pain because it's inconvenient. No, Ogreby, you know what? I'm thinking about gameplay, right? Like little simple things that they can do that won't bend the game, sit there and have them code for 17 billion hours. Because literally, we already click on things to pick it up, right? When we go to settlement, we click on those things in the settlement to pick it up. So all they have to do is fix the code that we can click on those items that fall off the trees and the crystalline structures, and we can pick it up. You know, how much fun would that be? Now I would go there every fucking day and do that. Just target practice. Shoot the damn things off the trees and then pick the stuff up. And I hate material farming. I hate material farming.
5, 4, 3.
I'm kind of hungry. Shit. So we did good, man. We did good. I got 3 people on the board. Not like I did myself. These guys did some work. But I found them a very good system that you can undermine and shit. And they got a load of merits. They got on the boards, leaders board. You know, me being there is like, you know, it's raining, it's sunny, it doesn't matter, it just happens, fuck it. But these guys being there, it's good shit. Being able to pick up on foot or SRV or even with the ship with limpets, but no, you have to use the SRV. Yeah, exactly. You have to use the fucking SRV. So it's what the fuck? What is wrong with these people, dude? Who comes up with this gameplay? I mean, it just makes no fucking sense. It just all I would say is, how come they just can't click on it and pick it up? They don't have to have a No Man's Sky beam of laser beam laser coming out of their gun where they're picking up the shit. I'm literally just go up to it, click on it, and it goes into your inventory. Because what happens if you use the SRV? It goes into your inventory, right? It doesn't go into the SRV inventory or ship inventory. It goes into your inventory. So it's like they have an extra step for the same shit. No wonder these guys don't code this fucking game. Jesus Christ, man. If I had to sit there 17 million steps to fucking get materials. And it would be fun. Think about it. You jumping on a damn tree, you shoot it, it loosens up, you jump on a tree, you pick it up and shit. So you're doing that aerial acrobatics and shit, especially if the planet has no gravity. You know? I think that would be cool. That would be fucking cool. You know, that would be cool. That's gameplay. Another thing I did, I said governorship, right? To bring ownership to the game. See, if you tell someone you have to give up your architect, they're not going to give it up for free. So give up your architect for ownership. So you become owner of a system or owner of a planet. Governorship. I said that because I want the architecture to be transferable, right? No one's going to actually transfer it. If I go up to one of your guys in Dukes of Mykin, and so, I'm sorry, but some of your guys are douchebags. They take up 180 colonization systems, and they pull up a T1, and I haven't seen one construction in that one system at all. Okay? Which fucking sucks. Because your guys are like halfway to Colonia. And there's plenty of systems that they actually claimed, and they should just left alone. They claimed the damn system, and now it's just sitting there doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they need a dev who knows his shit, or at least polymorphism. Yeah. But there's a lot of things that we can create gameplay wise. I suggested it, right? I suggested the goddamn shit. But the little things create gameplay, and then all of a sudden now, for instance, the governorship, I said it's attached to BGS. So you use BGS to oust somebody. So for instance, you own a system, right? And you just don't want to fucking do anything with it. Okay? I use BGS to oust you. So it's gameplay plus. Gameplay plus. I thought that was a great idea. So people were saying it was a great idea, but a lot of people were saying you suck. They just love to say you suck. You know, they come online and they love to say you suck in the message boards. All right, so I have why don't we get more pre-engineered cargo racks, man? You don't need to. You just do more CG so we can get pre-engineered cargo racks, mining CG or hauling CG or some shit. I'm sure there's plenty of new players that don't have these. You know, and I like to get 7s. More 6s and more 7s. Pre-engineered cargo racks. Guess who actually suggested pre-engineered cargo racks? That's right, yours truly. I went on the message boards like a year before they came out, and I said, why can't we just engineer them? Make them haul a little more, 20-30% more. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly. There's no. I don't think there's a brain trust in fucking FDev right now. I think they're missing something. You know. Maybe they just like to code and they go back home and fucking drink some ale. They go to the local pub and say, let's go drink, and they drink it. They drink so much, they have no brain capacity anymore. Seriously speaking. All right, so we're gonna haul the. Reason I'm setting this up is because both my ships, my haulers, well, their cargo racks are all over the place. You need 2 haulers to do the escape pod method. At least whatever you want to use, T8s, T9s, whatever you want to use, you need 2, because one has to go to the surface, and the other one flies with you. Now, what the hell, man? What am I doing here? Come on. So I have 2 clippers. Every account has 2 clippers. So come on. Every account has 2 clippers, and that's how I do the escape pod method. The escape pod method is the fastest way. I clocked it at 5 minutes. So if you're doing the escape pod method, basically you're only going one way, and that is from the ground to your fleet carrier. I'm still using fleet carrier because it's a lot of tonnage. I'm doing the Dodec right now, so I got 2 fleet carriers full, which I plan to unload probably tomorrow and Sunday and Saturday or whatever. So I plan just one more, or actually 2 more fleet carriers to load, and then I'll do like a dual box kind of thing and unload them. It just the actual process of dual boxing kind of regenerates my brain. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's true. It regenerates my brain. I like doing stupid shit for some reason. So I'm gonna put these cargo racks back because I can. So we got some compliments on the colonization. Thank you. I learned a lot, you guys said. Actually, the construction that I would build, I'm trying to see then the new Dodec where it's at. That will be my test. I'm actually going to test to build a hub. I'm going to test to build a hub with as little as possible, as little construction as possible. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you got to have a T3 in orbit and you got to have a T3 on the ground. Period. Whether it's the Dodec or anything else. Okay, that's where the easy button comes into play. If I just build the Dodec real fast, and then having to build a ground station is easier. So what am I doing? Basically, I'm doing 2 T3s, one on the surface, one on the ground. Then on the surface, I'm building 2 refineries, 2 high-tech settlements, and 1 agriculture. Okay? Preferably, the actual construction will be all on the icy rock world, right? Rocky ice world. Why is that? Because everything I just said there, which is 2 refineries, 2 high-tech, 1 agricultural, and it could be on a high metal content world. Okay, all that will give you everything you need to keep building. It'll be a hub material. Everything you need to keep going to build. Just those constructions. And I can finish the settlements in a day. The T3 will take a while. But luckily I have people on board. I have people who can help. And I can't say how invaluable that is. Thank you, Jack. But yeah, if you have that combination of settlements to stations or cities, you have that combination. You got all the material in one spot. Everything you need for colonization is right there. And it's how many actual constructions? We're talking 7, 8 constructions, right? Not a lot. And it's going to be all in one place. So I'm going to attempt it right now with the deck that I built. I'm going to actually attempt it to see if that's the case. Fuck, dude. I got the easy button. I got the magic formula. I got the magic formula. 2 5s. Where's my 2 5? Where's my other cargo racks? Oh, I don't know where they are. Fuck. I think they're in my. Yeah, so you can do a lot of hauling with the pre-engineered cargo racks, and yours truly is the one with the. You know how much fucking slack I got, how much fucking shit I got by posting that. I cannot tell you. What the fuck? How you gonna do a pre-engineered cargo rack? How you gonna do that? Duh. How you gonna do that? I don't know. You cut down the size so you can fit more. Where are the other 2 goddamn cargo racks? I don't know where the other cargo racks are. Where are my other 2 cargo? Oh, the Soon-Till Runner, of course. I had to change my mind about the Caspian, man. Fuck yeah. When I did the Soon-Till Relics runs and then the previous CG. Oh my god, so much fun. And I'm going to do what Sean did. I'm going to add shot cannons. I'm going to add shot cannons. Fun times. Fun times. No one's complaining now. No one's saying, "Oh, you're fucking stupid because you suggested pre-engineered cargo racks." No one's saying that now. They say, "Give us more. Give us more pre-engineered cargo racks. Give us more. When are you gonna have the next one? When can I get the next one?" Everybody's saying that now. So, point is, there are good ideas on the boards, man. If you go on there to rag someone, don't do it. Just shut up. If you have no better idea, just be quiet. Don't stifle people's ideas, because they're great ideas. Sometimes they come up with good shit. So, okay. Replace module. My 2 5s just give me a little bit extra storage, so this way when I'm hauling I get a little bit more, haul a little bit more. Yeah, so that's the situation. I'm telling you. It's like I went on the boards and I gave my suggestions. People just vomit. Like, for instance, the roaming engineering apprentices, right? The roaming engineering apprentices. That's a great idea. That is a freaking great idea. Roaming engineers, right? But they're apprentices. They're learning their trade. They're going out doing missions kind of for the engineer because, well, they need to advance, right? They need to get their engineering certificate or diploma. That was a great idea, man. Fuck. pretty much all my ideas are probably going to be on arcs, and that's going to actually make money, which I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me that the game is turning into pay to play or pay to win. Not at all. Who cares? Dungeons and Dragons is still playing, dude. It came out in 2006. It's 20 years old. 20 years old. The game is 20 fucking years old. They went free to play, and after that, pay to play. But it's still around. People are still playing it. They're still enjoying it. I would rather keep the game than have it die, man. Seriously. And for board of directors, it's easy to say, okay, kill the game. Pull the switch. It's very easy for them to do that. You know. I don't think any of the board of directors at FDev actually play any video games. Maybe the Tencent guy. The Chinese people play video games non-stop, even if they're 40, 50 years old. I'm dead serious. Reason they say is they find it therapeutic. Their life's too stressful. Life is too stressful for them. Ah, shit. Anyway, hope we had a good conversation here. I'm gonna actually email Joe or mail Joe and ask to be a game designer for you, Elite. I really am. If I was a current game designer, I'd go to boards or I'd go all these places and see what the hell people say. You know? What are they saying? What are they saying? What are they saying? Alright, so we're going to do colonization until we fill up this fleet carrier. I've done most of the CMM composites. I think I did 40-something thousand. I gotta look it up. I still use pen and paper. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I should use programs, but programs need to be plugged in. I don't want to be plugged in. Right. So Bad Drac and Dragster did 21,670 each. So that's 42,000. 43,000. $21,670. Right, so I'm almost done with CMM composites. So we will be hauling CMM composites. So we need 50,461 to load up the Dodec. So the goal is to load up 7,121 CMM composites. Right? Of course I'm going to put other stuff too, like polymers or insulating membranes or whatever. Copper. But right now we need 7,021 CMMs. So that's what we're going to be loading right now. And we're doing the escape pod method for CMMs. I just love the idea of being able to pick up the materials, man, off the surface. And that's just the gameplay for Odyssey. Just beautiful gameplay. You know, why can't we pick it up? We actually scanned plants, right? My wife came home, but says nothing. I'm hunting rabbits. Okay, so the first thing we do is we're gonna recall. We're gonna recall our ship. Why are we gonna recall our ship? Because it has to be here when we're doing the escape pod method. It has to be here. So we're gonna recall the second Bushido. There we go. We're gonna make sure we have the first one as a ship. Yeah, so we do. Okay. We load up the CMMs, and then we're gonna go back to the ship. We want to do at least one time where we click where the escape pod will be going to, and that's this port. Okay, CMMs. We're looking for CMMs. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Why does it say 226? What do I have in my cargo? Inventory. Ah, damn it, man. Well, we don't need those anymore. We don't need the lipids either, so... Well, I was doing rest spots, so to get points, to get, let's sell this. We don't need them anymore. And you can always use anything you want to actually incite pirates to attack you. Oh wait, it's in contacts, right? Rescue? Yeah, here we go. Damage escape pod. I'm not damaged. Okay. Now let's load up a little bit more, right? And then we'll go back to the ship. There we go.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
What the hell? What else am I missing here? Oh, the limpets? Shit. Sorry guys, I was doing something else and I guess the shit transferred over. I hate when that happens, man. You got like stuff in one ship, it gets transferred over to this next ship. It's like, why? Why?
Cargo hold at
$12.98.
capacity.
AFK a second, let me get something to drink, and then we'll start doing some hauling. escape pod method, you have to fly down at least once to kind of like lock in the location. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up going somewhere else, like halfway across the universe. All right, so let's go to the fleet carrier.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released, clear for ascent.
Yep. Here we are.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I hate the way the fleet carriers, they're always parked behind the planet. It's like, Jesus, man. They never park above the planet. Come on.
Welcome, Commander. A no-fire zone is in effect around this carrier. Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate...
So you bring the materials up to from the surface,
Request accepted.
and this is what you're going to be doing every single time. You're not going to fly back down. You're not going back down. All you're going to do is fly to the fleet carrier. That's it. And you'll get the notification that your ship arrived. So it's like every 5 minutes you'll be able to do one run. That's the beauty of this. We all unload our stuff, right?
Docking complete. Clamp engaged. Your ship has docked, Commander.
Okay. And now, disembark, and we run to the escape pod. And that's it. That's the whole process. So you have two haulers that you can use the escape pod method on, and one's on surface, one's on the ship. And you're always flying from the surface to your fleet carrier.
Magnetic contact active.
There we go. There we are. Now I'm gonna go down here at the shipyard.
I'll be over here if
Recall.
you no matter what business. No rush.
I'm gonna make the ship that just got recalled from the fleet carrier as the primary. Loading time seems to be great now. They've really fixed this game. God damn it. Hello, Bueller. Bueller. Why is it taking so long to hold? Was my internet slow or what? What did my wife do to my internet? She always does some shit that pisses me off. Oh, I think I saw the modem on top of the... She moved the modem. AFK a second, I gotta call somebody. This is driving me nuts. Alright, it takes 5 minutes for the ship to come down from the fleet carrier.
Extra.
It takes you about 5 minutes to get up to the fleet carrier. So, that's why I said this is the easiest way to do it, because it takes about 5 minutes to haul one way. You need a ground port. You need a big freaking ground port that has everything in it. So, CMM, I have everything in this station. Except a couple of items, like insulating membranes. But, I can get everything else somewhere else. Like water, I can get some other station or whatever. But I got everything going on here, so I can do pretty much most of the hauling from this one port. And that's why I figured shit out. I'm like, wait a minute. If you just need one port, one surface, and one orbital, what kind of construction would you need to have? So that's what I'm gonna do with this Dodec / T3 that I'm gonna build. I'm gonna make it a hub, but I'm gonna make it a simple. Why am I taking forever? Jesus, man. In any case, hopefully you have better load times than I do. Look at this. I can't load. Damn it. Man, I came home. Come on. I came home and went to sleep. I slept like 3 hours, man. Freaking A. I even took a nap at work for an hour. What happens if it's bugged out? If it's bugged out, just exit the main menu and then come back in. CMM should be there in the inventory. Okay. We're having a good time with loading screens tonight. If this is the case, I might just not do any colonization tonight because it's gonna take forever to do shit. If a loading screen takes 3 times what I normal, 4 times normal. But it seems like I got good internet. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, so it should be in your inventory and the CMMs they're in the inventory. So let's launch. We're gonna go up to the fleet carrier and do this whole process all over again. And there's the 5-minute mark. The actual clipper, another clipper, ended up arriving on the surface.
Landing couplet disengaged. Clear for ascent.
Now these ships that I have on this tune, they don't have any engineering done. So the whole point of me doing the power play and getting all those boxes and getting all that material was to do engineering, right? To engineer these clippers so they go faster, they're more maneuverable, and I won't have any problems with chasing, outrunning pirates, which is a big deal in the system. There's no pirates per se, but I got rid of them. But every once in a while, one shows up, and it pisses me off. This is Elite Dangerous, dude. Elite Dangerous. The best space sim game ever created in the history of mankind. So right now I'm hauling for my Dodec to my fleet. I'm hauling to my fleet carrier because I need a lot of materials. I want to load up 4 fleet carriers. And this way I'll dual box 2 at a time. Basically I'll offload this weekend, probably tomorrow. I mean Saturday or Sunday. It would be a good thing. See how slow she is? If it's engineered, it moves a lot faster. Just these 2-3 seconds drive me nuts. The game Elite started 40 years ago. That's right, this game has been around for 40 years. Of course, it's gotten upgrades, but it's been around for 40 years. It started with a little box. I bought it. It had the dark wheel in it. It had a story, right? It had a little decoder that you use to decode to kind of lock it. It'll be it made it your game because the decoder only you could have.
Docking accomplished. Engines.
And I used to load in my old, I don't know, it was like a 7088 or 86. I used to play Elite Dangerous. I'm that old. Of course, if you know number 5 is alive, you're old too. So, guess what? We're all old. But what makes this game unique now is that it's gotten more work done to it. Ground combat, space combat, hauling and trade, colonization, and they even have something called power play that makes and so background game simulation system that makes this game multi-dimensional. There literally isn't you in 1 week you can do something different every single day. There isn't something that you're gonna repeat. Of course, all games have their flaws. This one has a grind. There is a grind. Every game has a grind for some reason. The developers, coders, they think that the grinding is good. Grinding is not good. Yeah, so that's this game. That's what I'm playing. That's what I play every single day. I don't play any other game. I tried, man. I tried, but it's just not fun. And I hate to be told a story. I hate to be led by the nose. So this is open world. And you can make your own destiny. It's open play. So it's not you're doing some kind of RPG or
If you want to
whatever.
know more about our ship, wonderful. No rush.
The Bushido. Come on. And I'm gonna recall this one.
Thank you for choosing Interastra.
Yep, this is this game. It does have first person shooter. I do it all the time using ground settlements at my whim. Yep. Combat in this game is depends what you want to do. Space combat, ground combat. It's not specific like a first person shooter that you're doing combat zone and that's it. That's all you do. Yes, you spend $100 on a first person shooter every year. Call of Duty, whatever it is. And this is all you play. Well, in Elite, you got so much more you can do besides that. You probably end up not doing first person shooter. I enjoy it so much, but I don't do it. I'm like doing everything else. Like right now I'm doing trading. Cargo hauling. Right? Why? So I can build my Dodak.
Cargo hold.
Okay.
At maximum capacity.
The load time is better now, I guess. I will be doing a series of videos like how you beat Elite Dangerous in 2026. Because I do have methods and stuff. And if you do them, you actually have better gameplay, I think.
Gear retracted.
Instead of sticking to certain old-fashioned ways of playing this game, we attempt to find new ways to enhance gameplay. You might ask yourself, geez, Jackson, why the fuck you doing this, man? You're not making any money. It's true. I have not made one
Frameshift drive
not $1 off this game, and I'm okay with that. I'm very happy with that. Actually, this is my marketing attempt, marketing the best game I've played ever. Marketing so people can come and play. Why not? And the more people come and play, the longer the game lasts. Yep. That's the dealio. Come and play. Come and play the game. Right now it's on sale for less than $10. Well, actually, probably the sale ended today, the 26th. You might still be on sale one more. Like I'm on a different time zone, so you might still get it on sale now. But they're always having sales. There'll probably be one in April. There'll probably be one in May. They're always having sales, and it's always $10. $10. $10 to play this video game, which is by far the best video game I've ever played. $10. I actually got it for cheaper. The last 2 accounts I opened up, one was free and one was $3. So... issue with Elite Dangerous. You cannot have multiple saves per account. You know how you have other games and you can have other saves in those games? Like, for instance, in Dungeons & Dragons, I was able to buy saves. So I didn't mind that because I had a lot of storage that I needed to have, and yeah, sale ends tomorrow. So you cannot save under one account. So that's the only sucky thing about this. So you might end up buying multiple accounts if you decide to actually use one for storage or one for something else. Like, for instance, I'm gonna buy 3. I already bought 3, but I bought 3 new accounts so I can take those guys and send them towards Colonia. So they'll be between Colonia and the bubble doing construction, right? Okay, you might say, well, why don't you take the 3 that you already have? Well, I want to keep those in the bubble because I'm doing other things. Okay, so I prefer it to be new because I don't think they'll ever come back. So I'm going to leave them there. And probably at one point decommission them. Decommission their fleet carriers and everything else. Okay. But I bought 3 new accounts because, well, number 1, I have access to the Dodec. So I can do a fast build. Click of a button kind of fast build. Number two, I don't have to use up the resources I already have. You need about 3 fleet carriers to build 1 T2, 1 Coriolis. I do Coriolises with 3 fleet carriers. So that's why you see me 3, 6, 9, 12. Right now I have 12. Right? Because I need 3 fleet carriers to build Coriolis. I'm not talking T3 now. I'm talking T2s. T3 is a different animal. Holy shit. One of the suggestions I made on the forums, gameplay wise, is to extend the timer for bigger builds. Right? you have the same timer for T1, T2 that you have for T3 in a Dodec. So if you're a solo player attempting you're gonna attempt to build a Dodec, it's gonna be 60 hours of actual hauling to build a Dodec. So I would prefer new players to have, even myself, but I would prefer to have an easy button. Just press it and it's done. I have that right now with those 3 new accounts. So that's a good thing. I got the easy button going on. So if I find a location and I'm ready to build, and I think, hey, I can build the Dodec here and I can do whatever I want on the surface, eliminating the time crunch makes a whole bit of difference. 60, let's say 60 days to build a Dodec and a T3, 30 days to build a T1 and a T2. Actually, I can build a T2 in 3 days. 2 days. Haul 3 fleet carriers one day. Just load up. The second day, unload. So Coriolis's for me are the fastest to build. I don't even bother with T1s. If you're building a T1 in a highly populated system like for colonization, then you're a douchebag. Okay? Move on. I've done it too. I've done it, but I've done it because I wanted to move on to a different one. I'm like, why did I do that now? And I look back and I say, why the fuck did I do it? And I can't fix the construction. You can't fix it. You can't go and upgrade the T1 to a T2. That's it. That's all it takes. And I've done it myself. But at this point, I think you got enough resources to just build T2s
At maximum capacity.
on the black. Sale ends tomorrow. That's good to know. There's no rush. If you're watching these streams and you say, "Oh shit, I love this game. I might play this game." Buy the goddamn game. It's $10, man. How much is a Big Mac now? Isn't that $10? Give me a break. The amount of gameplay you have in this game doesn't match the price. Like Starfield, I spent $100 and I wish I just took the $100 and set on fire. Seriously. For $10, you could play 10,000 hours and still not be bored. You'll never repeat stuff twice. There'll be something different every time. I have more than 15,000 hours in this game. I think last time I checked it was 15, so there's gotta be more than that. Am I bragging? No, I'm just stating a fact. And I'm the type of person that don't have much time to do other things. I do run a small little software company in Shanghai, and my time is limited. So when I have free time to play, I have to have a great game that I am gonna get the most out of. So that's the point. $10 at the store. Dude, $10? Fuck. Big Mac. Shit, what can you buy with $10 nowadays? And still use it after 10,000 hours. Maybe underwear? I don't know. How long does underwear last? Does it last more than 15,000 hours? So, 9 accounts, 9 fleet carriers. So I can build 3 T2s. And that's what usually happens with me. I actually load up all the fleet carriers. and then I send it to the location to build, right? And I unload. And usually I can do that in one day. That's why you'll see me 3, 3, 3. I always do things in threes, right? But most of the main account is the Dragster account. That's the one that I actually fish with. And I showed you guys a leaders board, which has Joey in there, has my friend Jeezy in there. That's just great. See, I'm more excited about them being on a leaders board than I am about me being number one. You know, me being number one is like it's raining today. It's sunny. Dragster's number one. Oh, that's basically what it is. Because I'm psychotic, dude. Simple guy's my nemesis, so I'm always gonna be fighting against him. If I can, this week I'm gonna be number one, so I can beat Simple Guy. All right. But when I see Jeezy and I see Joey there, whew, that was exciting, dude. Fucking exciting. That's nice. That's exciting. I love that. That's some good shit. Plus they got this stuff, man. They got all those materials, they got their levels, they got all their modules. Plus they got the Grom bonuses. Dudes, my dudes, if you're out there, if you're not with Grom, you suck. They have some major ass bonuses when it comes to bounty hunting. Major ass bonuses. Okay, I turned in 1.5 billion in bounties. It was 100% gain, so I got 3 billion. Okay, so like I usually keep on my alts, I keep about 5. All right, this week I did 4.2 billion. That's my balance right now. 4.2 billion this week. All right. So that's not bad, man. That's a fleet carrier. What am I doing? Okay, I empty the cargo, disembark. Let's go. That's a fleet carrier. Right? You can do it too. Fucking get bounties. All you have to do is build an AFK ship. And that's going to be in one of those tutorials I'm gonna make. An AFK ship that's hardcore because you want to put it in a softer area where you get a little bit of help from the police. You don't want to put it into a Hazres site. Maybe a medium, maybe a high. And you got pirates gonna attack you, so that's basically you need something in your cargo hold. I put tritium or I put escape pods, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so then they attack your ship and then you blow them up because you also have a pilot. So what do I do with the pilot? Because he gets to share your wealth. I fired him before I turned in the bounties, by the way. So my pilot got nothing. He just got the initial 15,000 credits I gave him. Good luck. The last pilot I had took 1.5 billion out of my pocket, and I forgot that I had him. I used him for res spots, resource extraction sites, AFK builds, and basically
If you need any advice, what do you
took 1.5 billion out of my awards and things I won. And I only used them one time. So then I said, okay, I gotta do stuff that makes me money, not the NPCs. Might consider Grom over AD, so pay better for butchering pirates. But I'm rank 75. Dude, Sonic, you can do rank 100 in 1 week. I'm saying a week. I actually can do it in 1 day because I'm freaking insane. But you can do in 1 week. You can get rank 100. It doesn't fucking matter. Seriously, I just got Jeezy and Joey. They got to over rank 100 in 1 week. Over. They're over rank 100. Okay? You just have to be smart. And if you decide to do that, just let me know. I'll help you out. I hooked them up with merit mining, right? They got the 15% bonus for undermining, right? So they're getting 45,000 a shot every time they deliver their goods to the port, right? You do that a few times, you got yourself rank 100. You know, I had this. I still got one account that's zeroed out. This account was Iceland Duval. I was rank 170 something on Ice Ring. Okay, so I had to zero out. I zeroed out and I did the stuff. Oh yeah, AFK is fucking great way to go, dude. Man. Just lay it in a rest spot, but a decent one, not too hard, not too soft. You know, kind of like, you know, the Goldilocks and the Bears, kind of like that. And then just leave. You get yourself some fucking, you get bounties and you get merits. You know, but it's passive. Your computer's on, you're sleeping, or maybe you're not sleeping. Maybe you're doing other things. Maybe you spend some quality time with your wife. Here's the thing. You can spend some quality time with your wife, and she'll be like, "You're not playing right now? I thought you were playing. I thought you were playing your game." No, sweetheart. It's all about you right now. I'm here for you right now, baby. Oh, you're my man. I love you. Okay? Meanwhile, your fucking game is AFK in the background. Yeah, at work. There you go, Sonic. You're at work. Your game's on. AFK. Sometimes the connection busts, but it's okay. No big deal. You just turn it back on and you go home. And you take a shower. You take 3-hour nap. Oh, shit. That was so relaxing. Oh, another 20,000 added to my... Another 20,000 in merits. And 50 million in bounties. You know? Yeah, dude, think about that. Think about it, you know. Hey, sweetheart, it's all about you tonight. You got her a rose. Oh my God, he's so romantic. He's not playing his game anymore. I love you right now. But all that's going on, all you have in the back of your head is the AFK build. Yeah, baby, I love you. You're my woman. You'll always be my woman. Oh, he's so romantic. He doesn't play his game anymore. And, of course, you're going to do the deed, right? Woman, go give me a sandwich. Oh, I would love to get you a sandwich. I love you. Okay? And then you, like, sneak into your room and... Oh, I just got another 10,000 merits. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I'm so bad. I'm corrupting the masses. Hey, I'm helping in your relationship with your wife. Build an AFK build. You gotta have an AFK build. You leave it on. You go to work, you leave it on. You go to sleep, you leave it on. You wake up, you got... That's what I did, like, this whole week. That's why I got so many merits. I just left it on. You know? And I got a lot of bounties. That was a good thing, too. I got a lot of bounties. Holy shit. But Grom gives you the bonus, man. It gives you, like, 100% bonus on bounties. It's sick. She is sick of seeing me playing while doing admin work? You're not doing it right, Sonic. Build an AFK build, right? Turn off the monitor so she can't see that it's actually working, right? And just, baby, you're my love. You're everything. Okay? Then when you got some time, sneak to the computer and see what's going on. You know? Sneak the computer, see what's going on. Yeah, it's Grom is it's just easy to do 100, man. It really is. I'm psychotic. I can do it one day. I can do 100 in one day. But maybe you don't have the time for that. Maybe you just have a extra needy wife. That's okay. Use the AFK build. It'll say AFK build will save a lot of marriages. A lot of marriages. You find a nice rest spot. If you look at my descriptions, there's serious.cc. You can find yourself a nice rest spot that's maybe an acquisition. Grom will give you the bonuses there also. Or whoever. It doesn't have to be Grom. You can put Iceling or whoever you want. And so you get bonuses for the acquisition or even the undermining. I don't do reinforcement. I don't like the minus 35% nerf that they did. It's a minus 35% nerf. I hate that shit. Yeah, do it, man. I want to see you on the board, Sonic. You know what? If you're into it, I'll help you out. We'll do I'll give you a place to go. Merit mine. I have another character I gotta do. And Simple Guy is my nemesis, so I'm gonna shoot to kill. That guy has to go down. He uses bots. I know he uses bots. So yeah, so use meritminer.cc to find locations. I found a good one. I think it still might be viable because it's undermining. So undermining is going to go from week to week. And it was offering some good merits and credits and stuff. Yeah, but the other build is the AFK build. That's a marriage saver. The AFK build is a marriage saver. Because it'll do the bulk of your work while you're doing other things. So like you just let it run on another computer. Just let it run there and she'll be none the wiser. Like, oh, my husband's back. He loves me. He's giving me attention. Meanwhile, you got the AFK build on. Yeah, baby, you're everything to me. I love you so much. I'll even give up playing this game for you. You see, I'm with you now. You see, am I with the game? No, I'm not. I'm with you. I'm with you. You. Not the game. You. Meanwhile, the FK build is running in the background. Oh, yeah. Alright, so almost done. I need 7121, right? So I need about 700 CMMs still. Yeah, 719. 719 CMMs. And then I can get other stuff. I like the bounties on Grom, dude. Holy crap, man. I mean, if you turn in 1 million, you get another 1 million. It's like freaking psychotic. It's crazy. So I'm wondering if the bonds are gonna be that way. If I turn in the bonds, combat bonds, if I get double on those. Because I'm trying to get mercenary forever, right? I'm trying to get mercenary for... No, you're not at 60, dude. If you're over 100, you're at 100%. Let's see. Jeezy, you're what level right now? Let me see. Let me see. Well, let's go down to the surface and look at it there. Yeah, rank 51. You're getting 100 in a heartbeat, dude. Come on. You would have gotten 100 this weekend if we worked together. A little bit. I'll help you out, dude. Don't worry. I'll help you out. I mean, I got to 100. I'm at 140 now. 46. But then I use the AFK build, right? I use the AFK to help me out a little bit. And you could use that with any ship. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a hardcore ship. You could do the T10 and just engineer it and do a little bit of engineering on it. Get a pilot. Don't turn in your bounties until you fire the pilot. And then you save yourself the 10-15% extra that you would have given to that pilot. Why they have such high fucking profit sharing, I don't know.
Wonderful. Take all the time you need.
So yeah, but I love seeing you guys on the boards. I love seeing that. That was freaking phenomenal today. You know, I love seeing you guys there. See, it's like it's. I'm a different type of person. I like when people succeed that are around me. You know, because that means that I chose the right type of people to play with, successful people, winners, right? I chose winners, so it makes me feel good when I see that shit. Not necessarily me. I don't give a shit. I just, as long as I beat Simple Guy, I'm happy. You know, if he's fourth and I'm third, I'm happy. Okay. So that's the situation there. So when I see you guys hit the fucking boards, I was like, what? Very nice. Very, very nice. It was fun. It was fun. Okay, so I need 719 CMM. So the CMMs are done. So pretty much I needed 50,000, right? Looking at the chart, I needed 50,000 CMMs, right? So I got the CMMs done. Now I just have to do the other crap. Polymers, copper. Okay, so I load up these insulating membranes. The insulating membranes is going to be at the orbital refinery, right? The orbital refinery. I just got a brain freeze there. The water, though, I have a T1 in the system, which was retarded. I don't know why I built that. I'm going to have to go to a different system and get the water, because it's 8,000 water is a lot to haul with just a T8. Right? So I'm going to get 719 CMMs, and that finishes up the CMMs. So my goal is to load up 4 fleet carriers. I probably do less than 4 because it looks like I'll be finished quicker than that. 719 CMMs, and then I'm going to do the copper. 719 CMMs or polymers, whichever. I can do polymers, and we're going to do the polymers. Okay. I need polymers wise. I need 2,855. So CMMs are done. Jack did the aluminum. He did steel. He did. I mean, the guy is just an awesome guy, man. So now I'm going to do the polymers and I'm going to do the copper. Okay. Let's go back to the ship. Yeah, we gotta get you to 100, Misty. We gotta get you to 100. Don't turn in your bounties till you hit 100. Just be careful not to die.
Ship released. You may depart when ready.
You know what? I've been thinking of a way to get mercenary rank faster, and I think this is my way, dude. I need like 400 million mercenary rank. But if I turn in the bounties and I get the bonus, that's only half, so it's 200 million for mercenary rank. And you know, when you're doing the ground conflicts, the high intensity ones, they give you a lot of bounties on that one. And then turning those in, that makes it double. That's a good thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to get better bounty, get more, because I just not leveling up my mercenary rank. And being with ground probably is the best thing to do. You level up your mercenary rank. Yeah, I think so. Let's try it out. I haven't done ground combat in a while. Shit. And my ship arrived already? See, it's about 5 minutes. Probably the most useful thing you can get in this game is a fleet carrier. It is costly if you don't play. But the most useful tool in this game is a fleet carrier. The things I can't do because I don't have fleet carriers, I can't even imagine. You see, the 3 accounts I have opened that I just got, I'm not going to actually play until I have enough for a fleet carrier. In any case, you gotta have a fleet carrier. I just made 4 billion this week in this little thing, and every CG that comes out, you have possibility of making tons of money. So there's always something you can do in this game to make money. It's just not one thing, but you can get a fleet carrier pretty quick. And if you have good friends and you're like in a good squadron, they got cash, fuck it. They give it to you. Anyway.
Docking complete. Clamp engaged. Welcome, Commander.
Alright. Now we're going to do polymers. And then we'll send off the fleet carrier to the location. Yeah, the best overall gain like you can get from merits would be the merit mining. The second one would be a Suntil relic run. Suntil relics, when they pop, when they're at 400, you can average around 60,000, about 60,000 merits an hour. And all you're doing is just hauling from A to Z. That's it. You don't have to fight. You have to do anything. You got a pretty fast ship. You can haul 400 at a time. And basically make on average... 1 second. You can basically make on average about 60,000 an hour. You know, my cat has an obsession. He has to come in and out of the room every single... So I close the door, and he has to open it. I close the door, he has to open it. I close the door, he has to open it. Jesus Christ. Alright. Back to work. Uh, right now, the faction that owns Chernovsky City, where the Sunto relics are, they're at boom, but the rest of the system is in utter fucking disaster. Civil war. So if the system was in boom or expansion, and the actual station is in boom, my understanding is about 400. You'll be able to haul
Welcome
400.
to What are you in the market? No rush.
And so if you do that 4 times in 1 hour, it comes out to about 60,000 merits. That's also a great way of making merits. First is the mining, right? Other ways is doing power play conflict zones, but I don't like to do my own. I like to do other rivals. So I attack them. They attack each other. I attack them. And I get bounties off of both sides. Right? I get merits off of both sides. And the battle doesn't stop.
Hey.
It continues on. It never stops. The battle always continues. So if I'm there, I can be there 2-3 hours. And it averages about the same as Sunto relics. I could say it's even more depending on the location and who you're fighting. You can get maybe up to 80,000 an hour. But it's exhausting. I actually get tired, very tired when I'm doing power play conflict. You know, I get very tired. Especially if I'm doing Battle Royale. That's the one you choose both sides to fight. You know, not my own. Okay. Those are the fastest ways of getting merits. You can get level 100 within let's say realistically, and you're not a fucking lunatic like I am. Realistically, within a week, you can get level 100, and it won't require a lot of work. I won't say it requires a lot of work. You know, just a couple hours of gameplay a night. You'll be fine. Actually, if you do 2 hours of merit mining a night, probably by the end of the week you got about 1 million merits. So polymers, right?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Now I did the power play stuff because I want to be able to upgrade my ships. So everything is linked with one another, right? Because I want to update these Panther Clippers, have them fly faster, have them be more malleable, let's say. And so this way I can get away from pirates and they could haul faster. That's important to me. So I decided like about a month ago, or more than a month ago, that every one of my characters will have their engineering done, at least the 4th engineer, which is Palin, Professor Palin, to get the thrusters, the dirty drives. You gotta have the dirty drives on this bitch. This a massive ship doesn't have dirty drives, you're gonna get blown out of the sky. And I can achieve about a 420 boost with some engineering done. And you don't need that much gas tank. This is a fleet carrier ship, so all you're doing is going back and forth to the planet. So I reduced the gas tank also. The size of the gas tank. You don't have to do what I ask, or you don't have to do what I show you guys. If you have a different system, if you have something that's better, you think is better than mine, just drop a line on the comments and give me a link where you're at. Tell me where you're at. Here's the link. Here's where I built the ultimate build, right? Yeah, I did dual boxing the other night, and it seems like I was moving faster. Dual boxing. Construction was moving faster. Why is it taking so long to disengage? Come on. There's no real place I can actually look to see where the bonuses are for ground, but I know they're at 100. I turned in the bonds and I got like 150, 100. I got 100% bonus on them, which was spectacular.
Incoming message.
It was fantastic.
Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate
New COVID variant nickname
request accepted.
Cicadia spreading in the U.S. Is that the one that gives you the rash? Because I think it's not just the U.S., dude. Yeah, I think, you know, Jeezy, I think most of these tests are fucked up. That even though it gives you a negative sign, you might be positive. Okay? Because they're testing for the spike protein. So if you don't have the spike protein in your blood yet, and I say yet, then you might not get it. Yeah, it's worldwide. This fucking shit is worldwide. It drives me nuts, man. The fuckers put they put HIV genomes into the goddamn thing, so it can morph into something else. And I think that's what we're having all these variants, because it actually sucked up flu virus. You see anybody who have a flu virus? They just start coughing, and all of a sudden they got a fever, and then all of a sudden they got this fucking shitty COVID. Oh god. Polymers. Cicadia, huh? That's great. That's probably a rash. I got a massive rash. So I started coughing. I got that 1 day fever. Coughing went away, and I got this major rash on my body. I was like, oh my god. I feel like my skin's being eaten alive. Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
No gravity.
It's just gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. Jesus. Probably this is a zombie apocalypse. One will turn everybody into a zombie. And that'll be the end. Uh, 75 mutations. That's because they got the HIV fucking genome in it, man. Which is meant to mutate. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger of COVID. It's like shit. It's meant to mutate. Well, it looks like we'll be spending a lot more time indoors. That's for sure. Elite Dangerous Daily. Coming to you.
Welcome to Interest. What are you in the market?
Brought to you by
What do you
Tide.
need?
The Wonder Soap. Can you imagine that shit? Elite Dangerous Daily. Brought to you by Tide. The Wonder Soap. Sponsors. And GM. Buy a GM today. Because if you don't, you suck. That's my advertising. We'll be staying indoors, dude. Every stream will be will be advertised because there won't be anybody outdoors. Brought to you by American Express Galactic. Don't leave your fleet carrier without it. Yep. Yep. Okay, more polymers. How many polymers do I need? 2855. I don't know how many I got on board. How many do I have on the fleet carrier? I wasn't paying attention. I was doing my American Express Galactic commercial. Oh, goodness. Carrier management. No. Polymers, right? 1833. So I got 1833, but I need 2833. 2833. It's okay to use your brain sometimes. You want to use your brain capacity. Not just fucking have a computer do it for you. 1833. So basically I need about 1022 polymers. And then we'll start with the copper. Right. 1022 polymers, then we'll do the copper. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
That's scary, dude. 75 mutations. God damn it. One of them was going to take you out eventually. It's going to hit the right spot. God damn it. Might go to sleep early tonight. I think that's a good idea.
Ship restraints withdrawn. You are clear for departure.
I don't usually start power play or doing any kind of merit mining until like Friday. So I check to see what's going on, what systems are going into acquisition, what systems are going into undermining. The ones where we're at, the GZ, the one we're at will still probably be undermining for a while until they get a stronghold carrier. But I don't know what the price is going to be at the port. So we have to check that out. So this way we can turn in stuff. We can turn in stuff and get the merits. And Sonic Boom, if you're listening, that I'll post the location. It's a good ring too. It gives you a lot of stuff, so you can finish pretty fast. And if you do it in group, you're gonna get a lot more.
Incoming message.
You know. One thing that bothers me: why can't you have more than one squadron carrier? Why does it only have to be one? Maybe one of my generals wants to have a squadron carrier too. We should be able to have more than one squadron carrier. I mean, if someone wants to get it in squadron, let him have it. Consequences, he has to pay for it, right? He has to pay for the upkeep every week. That's what sucks about squadron carriers. It's a lot higher than a fleet carrier. Taking care of squadron carriers is a lot more expensive. But they figured, it's gonna be a squadron. But a lot of people did solo squadrons, and they got their squadron carriers, so they're by themselves. They don't have people to contribute, and I never want my people to contribute. So, come on. Jesus. Starting to get annoyed. I really am.
Welcome, Commander. A no-fire zone is in effect around this carrier. Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate speed during approach. Request accepted.
Alright. Here we are again.
Landing gear deployed.
AFK a second, I gotta get something to drink. 1 second.
Docking complete. Ship is secure. Hello, Commander. How may we assist you?
Alright, so now we're unloading. I might stop at copper. Gotta see. would be nice to send this fleet carrier over there. So we did the polymers. We have a lot of little ones to do. No, not power generators, shit. Come on.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
We did the polymers. We did the CMMs. Okay. Now we're doing copper. 3138. 3138. I know what you're thinking. I like to do it on a screen. I just like it that way. It's better for me. Remember, you have to bind this to the surface, so you have to land one time, wherever it may be. And I actually used this to my benefit when I was doing merit mining. I had my fleet carrier in another system, and I had where I wanted to go, and my mining T11 in another system. I did the escape pod and went there.
Welcome to Interact. No matter
Real
what,
quick.
I'm here if you have any questions.
Okay, what are we doing? Bushido, use the ship, right? And we are going to recall the other one to come down here. Guys, I think basically right now I'm going to take a break and do something else because I'm getting tired. And so hopefully you guys are good. And you had some fun and you enjoyed yourselves. I want to say 07 and stay frosty. Fly dangerous. I will see you next time.